Welcome back. Today we are discussing why we need to stop stretching for our low back pain and what we should be doing to heal in a much more effective way and, most importantly, in a lot more safe way. So let's first talk about why stretching has become so popular as a way to manage back pain. It is one of the things, if you do a Google keyword search, low back stretches, low back pain stretches, they're always at the top of the list. It's one of the first things that people look for if they injure your low back. And one of the reasons is because it is pretty good at providing temporary pain relief, which is something that most people want. But the problem is that the positions that a lot of these stretches put you in actually can make the issue worse if we're not careful with it. So let's say you injure your low back with a kind of a lift and a twist, which that's a very common way for people to injure their low back. One of the things that you have to be really careful of is to not get into that twisting movement, because it's the twisting movement that injured you. But if you go on Google and you go on YouTube and you look at some of these stretches, one of the first ones that comes up is this seated twist. So again, it helps kind of stretch the muscles, but in terms of the discs in the joints that are injured down there, this puts them in a very vulnerable position that can actually make the healing process slower and really, just prolong the healing process. So we got to be careful. Same goes with lifting or flexed spine. Again, a lot of low back injuries are caused by something like sitting at a desk in this flexed position for a long period of time is going to eventually lead to low back pain. And if all we're doing is stretching it, again, another one of the top exercises that are recommended is like a toe touch for your low back pain. So again, you're going further into the movement that injured the low back in the first place. And while it might feel good in the short term, long term, it's going to make your recovery a little bit longer. And so that's reason number one why we should kind of rethink how we're going to heal this low back pain. Number two is that it doesn't solve the root cause of your low back pain. So tight muscles are rarely the cause of low back pain. If you've watched this channel, you know that the most common cause of this kind of untraumatic, come and go low back pain, it's too much impact over too long a period of time in your low back. And so stretching doesn't do anything to limit the impact that goes through your spine. In fact, it can do the opposite. People that are hyper flexible or too mobile can actually have more impact through their low spine. So we have to be careful there. So what we want to do is find ways to heal the low back, but in a way that doesn't add more impact to the low back. So there's a couple things that are going to be a lot better than stretching that I really think you should take a look at. It's what we do here in the clinic. We hardly do any static stretching for back pain, knee pain, anything. But number one, so let's say you're in acute pain, you had a low back injury, you do want some relief. What's the best thing you can do? One is pain-free movement. So movement is going to be the best thing you can do. So there's two exercises I like. One, you've probably seen before, but it's, again, just a cat-cow exercise. Just a simple up and down. But what you'll find is that gentle, pain-free movement is going to be one of the best things that you can do, not only for pain relief, but also to speed the healing process. And that's really what we want. The second exercise is it's kind of a truncated version of the cat-cow, where you're just going to lay on your back. And these are called pelvic rocks. So it's, again, flattening that arch by rocking your pelvis back, exaggerating your low back arch by rocking it forward. And again, this is just gentle movement, more targeted for your low back, while the cat-cow is more of a full spine. So if you're in acute low back pain and you're wanting some relief right away, instead of stretching, try getting some gentle movement in there. It's going to be a lot more effective. It's also going to be a lot safer. And more importantly, in order to limit the impact on our low back, the best thing we can learn how to do is to create muscular tension. That's kind of the phrase that in the healthcare world that we use. We want our muscles to have enough tension to take pressure off of our low back. And the way we do that is with a simple full body squeeze. So you can do it seating, sometimes it's better standing up, but all you're gonna do is you're gonna sit here, you're gonna squeeze your glutes as tight as you can, squeeze your abs as tight as you can, and squeeze those hands as tight as you can. It's a nice strong position. It's going to pull your pelvis into its natural alignment, which is going to take pressure off your low back and get those muscles tight enough, strong enough to take the pressure off of your low back. So that's all I got. Again, I just wanted to bring some awareness that while stretching does tend to feel good, it can cause longer problems, and there's much better ways to, one, get out of pain, and two, limit the impact that goes through your low back. Once again, my name is Dr. Carl Baird. This is Solving Pain with Strength. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I look forward to connecting with you.